Welcome back, my fellow adventurers. Join us this time as we tackle Colorado. To be more specific, we are going to be going to Dinosaur National Monument. This whole area borders right between Utah and Colorado. The dinosaur quarry that we'll be heading to in just a second is technically located in Utah, while the greater part of the rest of this park is also located in the northwestern part of Colorado. So originally preserved back in 1915 to protect the famous dinosaur quarry, the monument was greatly expanded way back in 1938 to include all of the natural history. This will all include not only the fossils, but also the landscapes, the geology, and even the ancient petroglyphs that the Fremont people left behind oh so many years ago. And to throw one more little fun, exciting fact to you guys, since by now I'm sure most of you know that I do like my little national parks and national monument history, is that this whole area around the quarry was declared a national monument way back on October 4th, 1915. The Fremont people lived in this area way before the 14th century, and possibly lived in small bends within natural shelters such as rock overhangs or shallow caves or even small villages, with wild game roaming all around such as mule deer, bighorn sheep, maybe even smaller animals like birds and so forth. They even used to grow corn, beans, and even evidence of primitive irrigation techniques. And sadly, the fate of the Fremont culture to this day is still unclear.
He doesn't. He's very friendly.
So after exploring the Josie Bassett ranch slash cabin and even the surrounding areas by it, I happened to find out that the Bassett family back in the 1870s, Josie specifically grew up there. She lived in that cabin all the way up until her death in 1963. But with much more to explore, we decided to keep moving on. We started to trek a little bit more further just to go see some more petroglyphs, and we also even got a chance to stop right by this random but very cool looking abandoned ranch. As I discovered later on that this whole ranch was in fact the Chew Ranch. If you're curious to see this ranch, the building inside and out and all the things in between a little bit more further in depth, I did make another video with this separately. If you go back into my other videos, you will see right here the abandoned Chew Ranch. Go click on that. Have yourself a little gander at the insides. There's some crazy stuff that we saw inside. But after we got done exploring that, we continued on to try to find our little last camping spot for the night. Along the way, we did stop and see a little bit more petroglyphs along the way. And we even got to do a quick little side stop and check out this weird looking, I don't even know what you would call it, like a cave cutout. You can walk inside the cave and like the whole upper wall right here is just so massive, and it's just this big old slate of rock. Kind of nervous being in there because you don't know if it's just going to drop randomly right on top of you. And then when we finally got to settle down at our final camping spot of this whole trip, we picked a very lovely looking spot. We were surrounded by these great big massive cliff overhangs. It was so tall, the camera just does not do the height any kind of justice whatsoever. But when you're over here, you just feel so tiny, so small. It was a great little spot. We had fun. Turned in for the night and we were all exhausted, but it was a great fun and definitely memorable trip. I do highly recommend, if anyone does want to come out this way, to at least to maybe give yourself a 3 or 4 day stay here. There's just so much to see and do here, and it is so massive, so vast, that even the traveling to get to another destination is going to take a good couple hours, maybe even more. So just plan it out. Don't just do a one-day thing because you're going to miss so much. But in closing, I will see you on our next adventure.